Tim Cook, the man who led Apple after co-founder Steve Jobs stepped down, says he is leaving the top job. Cook has ran the tech giant for nearly 15 years now, and he launched and expanded new services, including Apple Pay, Apple TV, and Apple Music. The company's market value under Cook's tenure surged to more than $3 trillion. John Ternus, a 25-year-old Apple veteran, takes over as CEO on September 1st. And joining me now is Anna Rathbun, CEO and founder of Grenadilla Advisory. Anna, thank you so much for your time today. So you have followed Apple closely for many years now. What's your take on the timing of Tim Cook stepping down?
You know, I think this was a surprise to a lot of people, although there were a little bit of trickles of information in the last several months. And the way it was announced was also a surprise. You know, I was cooking dinner when I found out last night. I think there are two things. One, Tim Cook has been there for about 15 years. It's sort of ready for a regime change. The other is that we are entering into a completely new revolutionary phase of technology with AI. And I think a new leadership at this point in time is actually, it's apt timing to have something different.
And what would you say is Tim Cook's legacy? What's he leaving behind? How will people remember him as the leader of this company, this huge company?
Yeah, I mean, and it's huge company. We're talking about it right now as a big event because he has helped it to become that. So what he has done is he's really globalized the business. And because he was a supply chain and operations guy, he's made the operations and making of Apple iPhones as well as Mac and all of the other products really efficient. And so what John Ternus is really inheriting is a very well-oiled machine in terms of hardware. And he's been through this also, you know, since 2001, right, on the hardware side. So I think Tim Cook leaves the company in a really good position. And hopefully we see some new innovation from Apple in the coming years.
Yeah, and you talk about new innovation. So what then can we expect from John Ternus? I would be very nervous taking over knowing that the company is doing well right now, and you don't want to be the one that just messes things up when you take over.
Right. You know, when I look at John Ternus, I see both Tim Cook and Steve Jobs. Remember, John Ternus was there when Steve Jobs was there, right? And this is a product guy. So I think it's good that with the empire that has been built, that we sort of focus back on the products that are working and actually innovating within it. I mean, there is word out there that John Ternus was sort of against the whole, you know, Apple cars, adventure, as well as, you know, the goggles that they had, right? That actually ended up being a failure. And so I think there's some focus that needs to happen, some streamlining of business planning that needs to happen. And hopefully this is the guy because he has a focus on products.
Yeah, some big shoes to fill there. Anna Rathbun, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate your insight.